watching baseball, playing baseball, I started to realize something. I was like, I was actually bored. I understood the game. You play the game, you know, oh, it's a hit and run situation. What's happening here? They're moving the outfield here. They're doing this. I was bored. And if I played the game, how can I be bored? So if we really want to create something that's truly for the fans, how do you create it where it's fun for everyone? And so we started that with, our first coach, Sean West, who was all in on the entertainment, just having the time of our life out there. But I realized that even with selling out our games, fans were still leaving games early. And I was watching this. I was like, are you kidding me? We have our Bananas dancing. We got our pep band. Our players are dancing. It is nonstop entertainment. Why are fans still leaving? So I put myself in their shoes and was watching. I was like, all right, well, around 9 o'clock, they start to leave. Then 9:15, they're really leaving. 9:30, no matter what. I was like, we got to create a game that people want more, not want to leave. You know, this, like, obviously a World Series game, people stay to the end. Yeah. But in a regular baseball game, they come late, they leave early.
My kids are gone by the 6th.
Fundamental problem. All right, you don't go to a great movie and say, oh, that was a great movie. I left in the middle. Yeah. You don't do that. So I started doing it. And what I learned from Walt Disney as I studied, it was like, he always put himself in his guest's shoes. He'd always walk around. He said, whenever I go on a ride, I'm asking what's wrong with this thing and how it could be improved. So I said, if fans are leaving, we got to change the game. We can't just add more entertainment. So I started saying, what are all the most boring parts of a baseball game? I looked at every single one. I was like, stepping out of the box. I actually timed Yasiel Puig at bat. Oh, I watched one bat. This is crazy. He had 6 pitches. It was 28 to 32 seconds in between each pitch. That's a 3 to 4 minute at bat. So I was like, all right, no stepping out, done. What else? Walks, boring. It's an athletic event. Why are you just walking or doing a slow jog to first? Boring. Started looking at mound visits. Oh, it takes so much time. Just get the new pitcher in. Why are we doing all this? And I started keep looking at all those things. And I was like, we just got to do a 2-hour time limit, no matter what. And then I was like, well, how do we involve the fans? What's fans first? Well, what if fans catch a foul ball? It's an out. So ironically, I started writing all these ideas back in 2017, 2018. And I said, let's just try one. And so let's just try a game. And so we tried it at a college. One of my former college coaches was coaching at Lander. We played 9 innings in 99 minutes. And I talked to the players afterwards. They said it was the most fun we've ever had playing a game. No fans there. I go, we're on to something. So then we tested in 2020 and during COVID with very few fans there. We tested again 2021 with the One City World Tour. And I said, you know what? This is what's best for fans. This nonstop game. We were watching 98% of our fans stayed to the last pitch. We kept track every single game, 98%. All right, we're on to something. So then we said, all right, we won the Coastal Plain League Championship our first year with Sean West. We won it 2021 with Coach Gillum. We won it again in 2022. I was like, all right, we've done that. We've won the championship. We're good. Let's go all in on Banana Ball. And you better believe we got criticized. You know, baseball purists, people have said, what are you guys doing? And I believe if you're not getting criticized, sometimes you're playing it too safe. Jeff Bezos said you need to be willing to be misunderstood. So we went into Banana Ball, got criticism. Then a few years later, now we're fortunate to create something pretty special. We're doing okay. We created something pretty special.
You got over the Sean West.
Got over the challenges with Coach West, but you got to be able to zoom out. You know, I watched the great show, The Queen's Gambit, and it was about playing chess, and she's like, you got to see the whole chessboard. A lot of people just judge you by one move, and they don't zoom out. I was like, if you zoom out and you see now we have 2 teams, we have 3 teams, and we're building Banana Ball all over the country. Zoom out. It's a much bigger play than people realize, involving youth sports, involving what we're trying to create, because we see a game of the future. You know, we see there's boxing, great, and there's UFC. You know, there was wrestling way back in the day, and then there was WWE. We believe we can build something truly special. So at first, you're going to be misunderstood, and that's what happened. But, we got some pretty good plans ahead of us.
So, Jesse, we were talking before we came on air about the whole idea of fun in youth sports. And just like fans were leaving early, I mean, kids are departing sports in droves.
It's huge.
At 12 and 13 years old today because they're not having fun.
Yeah.
So share some of your thoughts about all that.
Well, if you look at the state of play that just came out recently, it's fascinating. Youth sports in baseball down 20%. 600,000 less kids playing. That's unbelievable. That's staggering. And then obviously you got the individual sports, golf and tennis dominating as far as more people playing because it's easier and there's a lot of challenges. So people ask, what are the reasons why? And you can make a lot of arguments. You could say, obviously, the cost of travel ball. You could say it's not as fun. It's not as easy to play anymore. It's not as simple. For us, it goes down to, I believe it's about just making the game more fun and easy. I have 3 kids, 2 5-year-olds. My son, Maverick, he literally every day we play in the backyard. He's emulating every Banana Ball player, but he comes up and does their entrance because every one of our guys has he's like, now coming up, Mr. Jones and me. And he's like, he does everybody's entrance. I'm watching this. And you know what he's doing in the backyard? He's not catching balls normal. Literally, coaches would kill me. He's doing trick plays. He catches every ball between his legs. He throws it behind his back because he's watching our players doing that. He's choosing to go play himself. Back in the day, you'd watch Ken Griffey Jr. have fun. You'd watch Ozzie Smith. You'd watch Pedro Martinez. You'd watch all that because there wasn't social media. That was prevalent. And so kids wanted to be like their superstars. Now they're seeing Major League Baseball and the players are pretty similar in what they're doing. You're not seeing the flair because it's not being endorsed. And at the college level, as we talked about, you can't celebrate or you get thrown out of games.
Yeah.
And so we teach our players, hey, express themselves, have fun. And the more they do that, the more we're seeing kids that want to play. I mean, at Halloween, there were hundreds of kids dressed up as our players. And I never would have imagined that, but they're watching them having fun. So I think the key is just how do you make it fun? And then also, how do you make it easier for kids to play? Not say it's $1,000, $2,000 to go play travel. Give them an opportunity right away to play and make it fun, make it easy and accessible. And then they'll find ways to play even more. And so, we're doing a tournament this year, Banana Ball. We believe there's an opportunity in the youth in the future. I mean, we still got a lot we're focusing on here with our world tour, but we're going to take that one city world tour approach, do one tournament. Then it might turn into 3. Then it could turn into a youth league. Then it could turn into more.
And they're playing Banana Ball rules, right?
All Banana Ball. And again, you think about the speed of the game. Again, there's no stepping out. It's fast. And there'll be probably a shorter time limit. It could be an hour and a half. We're going to make it condensed. You want people to want more. That's the thing. As soon as people have had enough, as soon as I watch Mavericks, I'm good to go in. I'm like, all right, we're not doing something. It's not as fun anymore. And if you have all these kids like, how was Little League practice? It was okay. Well, you do the same fundamental, the same things. How do you add the fun element to it? And that's what, we're really obsessed with in the next few years.